Hello, Fernando. Can you hear me? Fernando, can you hear me? Hello? Yes, okay, good. All right. Because, the settings should be fine. Good. Yeah. Everyone can hear me. And I wonder, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something. Now tell
Can hear
me.
me, and I wonder, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something. Now tell
Can hear
me.
me. And I wonder, I'm going to try. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Loud and clear. I wonder why when I put the. So, if Fernando, you don't hear any. There's no echoing or anything? It's just clear, right? So when I speak, there's no echoing. Loud and clear. No echo. Okay, all right, good. I heard it when you try to say something. We can hear you. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try this live stream at this time. Anyways, it's not a good time, but you never know. So anybody have any questions? So I made a video on the market update, and notice how this SPY did exactly what I said. We never tested the well, we held above 254 in this 254 area, and as you can see, and then we also went above 255. So this is good. This is a bullish sign for the market. Now, it's that the high flyer, continues to be wrong of the markets. Funny thing about him, he even shorted IBM, and at 254, and then the stock goes to 259, right? Because it's he's the high flyer. He knows how to, he knows. He even shorted IWM like weeks ago. Yeah, Robert, the guy is definitely a joke. I've asked him to challenge me. The guy's a chicken. People. I would message him and say, why don't you challenge Power Trick or Trade Post's plans? He can never admit he's wrong. Wrong WYNN. Wrong IWN. Wrong IBM. He just posted IBM. He was short IBM, and the stock goes $5 against him. Yep, that's good technical analysis, people out there. So, anyways, anybody out there, why don't you should tell him, hey, why don't you challenge Power Trick or Trade? Guy's a chicken. Guy won't challenge me. Yeah, shorting the IWM, shorting the market right now. He's just a troll. Yeah, I know. The biggest troll on StockTwits. It's hilarious, that guy. But the market. I made a market update this weekend, and notice how, like I said, people, notice how the market did never. And then we have strong stocks out there. So it's basically a stock picker's market. The right stocks will go up. Look at Netflix had earnings. The stock is still up really from the last breakout we're in. So we'll see. Hopefully, anybody out there, hashtag high flyer guy, tell him, hey, you're so great. Why don't you challenge Power Trick or Trade? Why are you a chicken? Anybody ever wants to do that? Anyways, anybody have any questions on anything? SPY, IWM, TSLA, Apple? No, NVDA already made its move. I think NVDA is going to need to consolidate. You know, there are better setups out there that are ready to move. Now, first of all, I posted a plan, and JD, I think that if JD was to confirm, let me put up JD. If JD was to confirm, you know, this one can make a nice move to this area, easy, even a little higher, right? So I like this JD stock. It just needs to confirm. I mean, especially if it breaks in that 40.85 area. Yeah, TSLA, it's one of it's a stock that can remedy itself very quickly. I've been watching this. I've watched TSLA. I've watched the options go from 70 cents to well, today they had a high of 260. Yeah, Apple people. You know, the thing about Apple. Let's talk about Apple here. So what I think is going to happen is they might need to consolidate Apple a little bit. They might test here. They might test 154 area, but ultimately we're in the chop zone of yeah, I'm holding TSLA, Robert, because I know the stock can remedy itself. Basically, as long as TSLA holds power around that 259, 250, it can remedy itself very quickly. I mean, there's one thing that stock. Well, first of all, the 365 calls are very close. That thing can pop just like that. It doesn't matter if it does. It could do it sometime tomorrow. It's in that zone. Yeah, 359. Yeah, 359, 358 for TSLA. Yeah. I think that if we see some power, like some holding there, and then they can easily flip it. It's in that zone, but it's a market, people. I mean, they gave the signals today. It never. Here's the thing about Tesla. It didn't really confirm 100% the way I like. In other words, I mean, it did it in the first hour, but you know, the best TSLAs actually happen in the first 10 minutes. The best ones. This one did it kind of weird, slow, but then it acted well, and then it slowed down, and all I can tell you is I know that stock and it could flip quickly. I wouldn't average down. See, the thing is, Robert. You know, we won't look at. We don't want to average down, but I'm gonna hold what I do have. Yeah, because you know, you never know. It should go. The thing is, it should go, but I mean, nothing's 100%. I mean, if there's anything I've seen, it's in that zone right now, and it really depends how well they hold that zone. As long as we hold that 358, 359 area tomorrow, they could quickly flip it. I mean, look what it did today. You know, it started off weak, Tesla, and all of a sudden she shows up, she shows power right in towards the first hour. It didn't look like it was going to do anything, Tesla. You know. Yeah, you know, this today, to give you an example. So yeah, I would just hold what I've got. Low keeps chopping. Yeah, low, I'll tell you here, you know, that's another question. Yeah, low, it's one of those things, you know, low has to push over. It doesn't have momentum. It needs momentum. It needs to get over 82 and a half. It's one of those things. If a person's holding that one, I mean, you know, some people might want to say, you know, I don't want to hold it. They're able to take at least some small profits in that. Apple, I have the October. Yeah, but you see, your October. Oh, you got the 157.5 October 27 calls. Should I get out? You know, like I said, it's hard to say. You know, I think here's the thing with Apple. In looking at what it did today, it's in a chop zone in a way. If for example they were to break up, Apple was to break above 161.23, then of course it would resume. But if it doesn't do that, they could chop it between 120 161.23, even to as low as 158. And it wouldn't be bearish. You see, that's the thing about Apple. We got a directional move, but we stopped near one of my, there was a resistance zone. I think I touched this. There's a resistance zone around the 161.23 area. And I noticed that the stock couldn't push above it. There was some playing around. Yeah, well, who knows, like, but the thing is that Apple is setting up to try to push higher. Now they might not want to do it this week. See, that's the thing, because there's a lot of options that are expiring October the 20th for Apple. There's just a lot of contracts there. It's for all we know that they're just holding it down for that reason, but the stock just really right now, honestly, there's that 158, 161 zone. To me, pullbacks. Here's my advice: pullbacks for Apple. Especially if there's some support action in the 159 area, 158 is a gift. There's a chance to add, but I would go with November calls. I wouldn't buy. I would buy November calls. November, that gives you time, because Apple can also flip on a dime too. When you least expect it. Look at, especially just a few days this week, last week, they played a bit of a game. I talked about it in one of my updates. Yeah, because Netflix, you got burned because Netflix was I'll tell you the reason being with Netflix, because Netflix, they did that on. I mean, the stock is bullish as hell, right? But it's an options game. They basically are, people are thinking, oh, it's just going to fly up. I think that Netflix is setting up to go higher. I just think it needs a little bit of time. They got to chop it up around, It's going to make a pattern, and then they're going to want to pop it again. So I'm watching for the for another entry in Netflix. I just think, I'll be honest, I think it needs some time. I mean, it moves so much, Netflix, and it was a great mover, by the way. Let me put up the Netflix. See, people are giving me a lot of other. I should have put Netflix, because this is a super winner for us. Like if you think about it, they and I knew this. This is why look at. This is the thing. What people don't realize is that part of we always want to try to enter things when there's a low risk, high reward type of thing, and even when you do that, things can go wrong, right? Nothing's 100%. But when you have an earnings play like Netflix, even the after hours action, I was talking to some people and I could see that, the way they showed the pattern after hours, that I knew there was going to be a gameplay. And that's what they're going to do. The stock has moved a lot, and they just need to consolidate it. And then we're going to get a new movement. And so it's a patient thing. So if you want something that's a lot safer, high reward, low risk, this JD, I tell you people, this JD here, she's like a quiet. But one thing about this stock as a reversal play is he tends to make moves. So, that's the one I like, especially when we crack through the 40-80 area. And then I've also recommended the November, right, to give it time. But if these options could make 200%, right? Let's see, we're getting a lot of good questions here. Netflix, I had 2 weeks back when you mentioned, but gave it back this week. Yeah, but you got to take, listen, you got to take profits. People, you make 100% gains, you take profits, you hold runners, because you just never know. Like, you never know if there's going to be a pullback, but you're making great gains, right? Like, look I'm going to put Netflix up. Let's just think about this, people. I mean, I don't know, like think about this Netflix, right? Like we get in this day. Between this day and this day, do you know that those options went up 300%, right? 300%. So why would you not be taking profits? And then after that 300% move, what did we do? We chopped around. It was still bullish. It held its gains. That's bullish, right? And then they ran it up into earnings. I never bothered with this anymore. I haven't touched Netflix after this day, after this area here. I took my profits and ran. I mean, 2-day movement. Take my profits and run. You make 100%. What you do? I have JD in my son's account. Just bought last week for about $1. But which options did you buy for JD? See, I was looking. Well, actually, Power Trick or Trade Shia, made me aware of JD, and I took a good deep look at it, and I see that it's a high probability that they take it back up to 43, 44 area. I don't see why not. So so Shelley, tell me, P. Shelley, tell me which options are you talking about? Are they November? Are they farther out? Because the ones I'm talking about for JD are the 40 calls for JD. I'm talking about the November 40 calls on confirmation, right? Which is not that far. I mean, they may pop it tomorrow for all we know. FCX is also something to watch. Don't, listen, people, don't kid yourself. This thing here, let me tell you something about FCX. They had the downgrade, right? In theory, this is kind of like a bull flag, right? So they cracked the sucker in that 1510 area, 1520 area. We see power in that area. That's a good signal. This stock here can move. You see, look at this stock, how much of movement that was from here. 12.90. Look at this, $2 move, a $2 to $3 move for a cheapie like this. I mean, $15 in the money. November calls, and if this thing goes to 18, how much money are you going to make in FCX, right? Again, we want to wait for confirmation, but it's looking good. They had even with the so-called downgrade. I think sometimes they do the downgrades just to love the live chat. We could do this all day. Yeah, during the but that's why I make the videos. You see, people, one thing about the videos is that the videos, and I'm doing live chat. The live chat, people then can hear the recording. I'm gonna leave the recording on this one if we'll see. The live chat, that's why you ask questions. The live chat, it's time consuming because I have to be here, blah, 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 blah. I make the videos, and the videos can be listened to people anytime. So the videos are powerful, but the live chat is a nice thing to do here and there. I didn't want to make any more plans or videos today, so I decided to do a live chat. Siri looks to break out. Well, I honestly don't want to talk about too many. Siri is probably what is Siri is Siri. Oh yeah, this is a stock this is the cheapy stocks. If you're buying shares, it's possible, but like I said, people, there's a lot of stocks that can go up. So for me, no, blue probably moved. I'm familiar with that symbol. I don't look at certain symbols unless they have enough volume. Yeah, the reason why I don't look at stocks like blue, they don't come up my scan, because I don't look at things below a million. That's why. There are other pharmaceutical stocks. Like, look at, I'll be honest with you, I didn't make any updates, but see J&J, for example. Now, I talked about it, but they actually, I was thinking about entering this again or talking about it. I never bothered, but I mean, it made a good move. So, for example, people, people talk about other farms blue, but I can show you. Look what J&J did. You know how many gains? Let's say we had one at 135 call. Listen, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff that's moving, people. You know what I mean? So when you talk about blue, but blue, is a pharmaceutical, but J&J this is outperform blue. At Lulu, yeah, Lulu. Robert, Lulu, I like Lulu. We got to be patient with it. We got to wait for the confirmation, right? That's right. That's right, Robert. Lulu, you never know. This thing might want to confirm now. This is just like JD. This is a reversal play. And the thing about this stock, it's very reliable. That's another thing. Why do I talk about certain stocks? I look reliability. Can we make 100%, 200% gains in the options? And this stock here, there's a key pivotal point in that 60-15 to 61 area. So all we need is some power. All the negativity or whatever caused it to go down is out of the way, and it's simply just showing some power. I mean, this stock is very reliable too. So I like Lulu, right? Micron, no thoughts. You know what? The only thing I want to talk about, people, are stocks that I'm talking about, because I've explained this, that there's too many Apple one-day chart double top, head and shoulders, it's going lower. P player, but who? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but it's not going lower. Like, okay, it can go lower. I've said it can go lower temporarily. Are you, by the way, P player? Are you a uh, are you a subscriber to the YouTube channel? Or are you somebody new that's walking in? No, not yet. You should subscribe. You should check out my plans, my videos. But you know, I've explained that Apple temporarily it can pull back a little bit, but there's no double top or anything. There's no head and shoulders. What you know, Apple is going to try to go higher. It's just that right now it might need to, you know, like let me put up the Apple chart. You know, honestly, P player, I made a plan, okay, and it confirmed um, right on Monday. You see, we got a good directional move. So this kind of move, right? What in a way, you know, Apple did make. If you look at this price, it was 157, and we hit a high of 160.87. So it made a good directional move from Monday. Do you think it fills the gap from breaking out this Monday? You know, for it to go down here, it's very unlikely. I mean, anything can happen. You know, the thing is this. The way I look at it is this: we got to look at key support, see what happens. We had if had we had held. That's right. Had we have held exactly the J and J. That's right. I was looking to do it. I'll be honest with you, but I never made an update on it. But I just explained to people about blue, right? That you know, there are so many things. I look at, you know, options or stocks that have good volume. Now, blue doesn't trade the volume that I like, so I don't bother with it, right? Because there are other stocks that are better. I try to pick the things that are going to most likely move for us. So, for example, player Apple did move from us. Now, I don't think Apple's going to go and fill that gap, but I mean, anything's possible. And in fact, if it was to go fill that gap, that would be a gift. I mean, the stock is going to try to attempt to go higher towards earnings. The thing is this is my advice. 159 to 158 are if they are kind of can be easy bounce zones, and may not even get to one. You know what? First of all, we have to see what happens at 159, right? It's step by step, because anything else is a guess. You know, if you know for sure, player, that Apple's going to go. If anybody knew for sure it was going to go fill that gap, you would bet the house on that, right? Because nobody knows 100%. What I do know is a strategy, and to me this is not a stock to look for it going down yet. Yeah, 160, that's right. Look at 161 area is a resistance zone, but if Apple was to break 161, you know, it's not going to go test anything anymore. The question is where is its support, and it's going to tell us. You know, Apple will tell us. I can tell you some key supports, 159 and 158. You know, those are zones of support, and we may never. And the most they may, you know, we might not. You know, they might keep it as low as they may not go any lower than 159. Rockets after breaking out on that. Yeah, you know, I tell you one thing: Apple breaks 161 again, and she's going to move, and she's clear to move right up into the 164 165 zone. This is what I'm going to tell you, people. In my opinion, I think Apple will have issues in that 165 area. It did before, and that's where it will stop. But after we clear 161, now one thing I would do is if Apple any dip, if Apple shows some support, I would buy those dips with the November 160 calls. You're going to make good money in Apple. Or you can wait for it to break 161. You know, so right now there's several ways to play Apple. Apple shows support in the 159, 158 area. One can look to buy. Yeah, you know what? For Apple earnings, I have no idea what they're going to do with it. They could, you know, the thing is if they break it above 160, you know, it's got to break out. Like, and if it breaks out, then they're probably going to send it much higher. You know, but you know what? You know, until that time comes, right now, I wouldn't say anything right now, because right now, you know, all I'm thinking about Apple is one thing, people. The only thing I'm concerned about is can we go and test 165, right? And the answer is it looks very good to do that. And it could take it all, for all you know, they consolidated the rest of this week. We don't go anywhere. We just chop around. Dips will be gifts. And then next week we break out. We attempt to break above 161. But that's a possibility. I'm saying I have no idea, because I have to see the up. As the market gives us new information, I then get better ideas. You know, anything else is guessing. Like, a lot of people want to guess, like just like the high flyer shorting IBM. You know, that was a big mistake. I looked at the charts. I saw that pre-market it was above 187, and it doesn't. So let me go put IBM. You see what I mean? People like to guess. They think they're highly skilled people, but they're not. Guessing is the stupidest way of making money in the market. You see, IBM opened up at 157. Now, if you look at this, right, this is to show you that that's a break of a wedge. Why would you want to short that? That's why he has no skill. That's called no skill. This stock here is going to go higher. And when he posted that he shorted IBM, I'm laughing. You're shorting, and he shorted at 154. There's no skill. Why? He's guessing. See, that's proof of my point, people. Guessing. High flyer. Hashtag high flyer guy. You want to talk? You know who I'm talking about. Hashtag high flyer. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks he's a professional. This is not a professional, because you don't know how to read charts. I looked at that pre-market. I says, fuck, if IBM wants to break 157, you know, the thing about IBM is now it's clear set up to try to test probably 170, 180. Now he's short. Now if you don't want to cover that thing, that's fine. It's going to squeeze him eventually. Guy shorted Win at 106, 108. Guy still short Win, wrong for months, and he calls himself a professional, people. This is why I'm telling you, people, do not guess, because the people who guess are wrong in a massive way. You'll see me, I change my mind on a dime, because the reason being is I don't want to fight the market, right? I don't want to guess the market, because it doesn't do you any good to guess the market. Guessing the market is stupid. But what you need is a strategy, and I do have a strategy, and that's why it works all the time, and it's very specific, the strategy. Let's put up the SPY now. Put up the SPY. For what, P player? For IBM? Yeah, Apple. Yeah, look at, you know, Apple, you know, the thing about Apple, getting above 168, first of all, we have to get right above 165. But what I can say is that I think that Apple is right now set up to go and test 165 at least, okay? Then when earnings comes, it's a matter of what do they do. If Apple tries to break above 165, right, then Apple could fly to the 170, you know, and higher, wherever they want to take it. I'm going to look at that later. Right now, I'm really not concerned about that point till earnings come. The question is can Apple give us a run to 164, 165 before earnings? And that is possible, and that's what it's saying right now. And you know, of course, it can change, right? But I mean, so far it's been giving us winning trades. Apple, if you've been taking, it's not been the best player. Look at what's been better is at Netflix. You know, Netflix was a really good winner. If there is a misstep on earnings and it could tank, would June when it leaps be a good long-term bet? Yeah, you know, any weakness in Apple would be a gift. And again, the way I see it like this, once I see what they do, I then look at my charts, all the facts, and then make a decision based on that. I think a pullback would be and then again, it would be a gift, because I mean, look at Warren Buffett just said that he thinks Apple is worth $300. Now, obviously, we're not going to go to $300 and no thing, but if something, when you start making bold claims like that, it goes to show you. Now, we're talking about a 200 Apple, right? So if for whatever reason the market decides, you know, let's say Apple has an earnings thing and they for somehow pull it back to meet, you know, the most they can pull it back is that 150 area. It would be a gift. But you know what? Let's take it step by step. You know, this is all guessing right now. You know, when the action occurs, then we can make a plan. And that's how it all goes. You know, just like I made the Apple plan. Look at people. I said this, okay? I made an Apple plan on the weekend, right? And I specifically gave, now there were people, and this was this day here, okay? The weekend, this is a Friday's close, right? I said if we break 157.5 to 158, first 157 was on volume, but you know, pre-market we were already at 158. And look at the nice move we had. No guessing, straight out plan. That's how I do things. Okay, nobody said anything like that. There are people who have services, they do not do what I'm doing. They cannot do what I'm doing because they can't. I wrote it down. It's in video. It was almost like crystal ball action. What I said, my plans when they confirm more often than not always work. And why? It's because what I'm looking at. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm seeing, right? But I can't guess. You know, the future on I don't care about guessing the future. I care about when I see the right action in a chart pattern and I see a high risk a low risk high reward plan. I then post a plan in the videos, and that's why you hear me talking about the instructions, the volume. Who does that? Nobody does that because they can't do that. They don't, you know, and I look at it in a different way than they are, right? But there's nobody that described the Apple play in terms of an actionary you could hear. If anyone goes listen to that video carefully, you'll see what I said is what happened. You know, we did go and test certain levels, but then you know what? You know, who knows? Here's another thing, people. Nobody knows that at 161, Apple could have flew through 161, but it started showing problems, right? That's why we had this pullback today. That's why I said on the stream. I played those. Yeah, see, looking at Tesla chart, and is it bullish? One question. Yeah, it is bullish. Markets make will kill the 360 this Friday. Will it run? I have no idea. You know, what I do know is this. Tesla theoretically gave the signal today, and Tesla can flip on a dime. So even by Friday, tomorrow, 2 days, that stock can do magical things. It could be, for all we know, 370. The question is how does it hold? Now, if we start trading below 359 and there's no power, you know, then all bets are off. But this thing can flip on a dime, so it's a matter of seeing the action tomorrow. I don't know, you know. That's the reality. You know, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you the truth, right? With Tesla, Tesla did give the bullish signals. It's still in the bullish area, so it's a matter of what the hell they want to do. To be honest, the signal is there, you know, and nothing's. Remember, listen, people, nothing's 100%, right? Well, I'm gonna hold. I'll hold Tesla. I'll be honest with you. I will hold Tesla as long as we show promise in that, you know, in that 358, 359 area. I mean, I'm losing money in that right now, right? So it wasn't smooth. Yeah. Well, you know what? We're gonna look at. We're gonna. Let me tell you another thing. You know, people don't want to realize one thing. How many times when okay, say we lose 70% in Tesla. I'll give you an example. Okay, how many times have I banged out plans that produce 300% gains? Right? How many times? Many, right? So sometimes we're going to get into things, and now this Tesla is one of those things. But believe me, Tesla could do one thing. You know, here could be the next Milato, could be the worst thing I could see happening is that we break even in Tesla. Tesla could be a break even at worst, I think. Anyways, I'm not too concerned right now because the way they broke that out today. You saw the way it acted today, this morning. It looked hopeless. It looked like it wasn't going to do anything. And then within my first 1 hour rule, boom, she confirms. Mialito. You spell it as Mialito. Boop. Mialito. Sandro, are you going to play some easy iPhone X options? What do you mean? The options I'm playing for Apple is the November 17 160 calls. Oh, you mean yeah? Oh, you mean for the iPhone? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I listen, people. One thing about Apple is they make a lot of money. There's no doubt about it, right? I mean, if there's this is if there's a company that's going to go higher, it's definitely this one. The games, the reason why the stock has these games is really because of the options. The last time we failed over here, and I knew this, and I seen the issue. And this is why I follow my rules and stuff. But they couldn't hold that. They were trying to break it out. They couldn't break it out, and there was an options problem. The problem was the put call ratio was ridiculous, and this is all because of options, in my opinion. But now it's shifted again, people, and again, Apple can consolidate a few days, and will be very higher sometime next week. So that's why November 17 160 calls have time and can make money. A person could have, so look at, you mean, there's trading. I'm not talking about every step, but I mean, I'm talking about if I was thinking this is going to pull back, right, I would obviously reduce my position and buy back some weakness. Now, when you do that, you also risk to pay higher, right? So, for example, if you sell and you wait for a pullback and buy back, you risk, if we don't pull back, then you have to pay up higher, but that's okay. So either way, that's a strategy as well. So sometimes you sell half your position anticipating to get a lower to take take profits and hold some in case, and then if it doesn't pull back enough, you have to pay the power, you have to pay for the price. And that's how Apple is. Either you wait for it, we try to see if there's a pullback, and if we don't get a pullback, then you have to buy the power. That's it. There's not much more to it than that, because Apple favors that test the 165, but it doesn't mean they're going to test it in 2 minutes. They could need a week to they can play around for a day or two, or for the rest of this week, and then for all you know, next week, we're sailing through that 161 area, right? So you know the Apple plan has been a winner. The options went the options have went. They didn't make a lot of money, but they are profitable even to this day. Even though it's pulled back, it's still profitable. But the options did hit a high of 460 from the 330 entry, right? 320, 330 entry. So they made money, right? Unlike the guessers out there. There are people, before I made this plan, people were talking about, there was a guy posting 100 million charts, why Apple's going to fall, and they love to guess. Listen, you don't want to guess. Like, I can tell you so many stories of people who guess, and then I laugh to see how the outcome is the opposite way. And here I am, I post detailed plans, and they work constantly work, more often than not. And there's just nobody that can match the accuracy of most of my plans. I already know this. A bank wants to was to hire me to run the show. They could be 100 million to $1 billion. The bank would go to, guaranteed. But the bank doesn't know. They don't know better. They rather pay the traders to lose them. You heard some traders, they lost the bank hundreds of millions of dollars in mistakes. Yeah. I use Interactive Broker. Interactive Broker, I think, is the best. It's the best because Interactive Broker allows you to trade every. You can trade currencies. You can trade different markets. Interactive Broker has good, very cheap. What's it called? Commission fees. Yeah, I don't play after. I don't play the after hours stuff. I really focus on the daily stuff. Um, because you wanna there are people who you gotta focus on one thing or the next. After hours is it's another animal in itself. The volume is a lot lower. Even if you would have, even if you were playing Netflix after hours, that's a great place to lose money. That's just like I said, I look for high probability, low risk, high reward plan. Like you see, like JD, Lulu, those quiet looking stocks. Something they can turn into be big winners in options, 100% gains when it's quiet. Those are called reversal. Yeah, I mean if you have a plan, you do that. You know what I mean? You can do that. Yeah, after hours pre-market. I mean, some people have a strategy. Let's look at this way. Look at if you're some people they play the pre-market, right? But none of those people can do directional trades. I know this. What they do is they do quick pops. They'll never those people who play pre-market never will be able to make a Netflix plan like I did. Never, never. Never in a million years will you see them. I made a Netflix plan here, people. Here's the fact. Here was the date. Okay? Okay? That's the October the 4th. I said if it breaks above 187, we paid 187 and a half. I then made an update, okay, on my stream. At the end of this day, it was already 100. I think it was about 150% gains with your eyes closed. None of those people who play pre-market have the skills to make plans with options to do this. Nobody. So I choose to be this kind of trader. Mastering the daytime, which is where the most money is made, not the pre-market. But there are people, don't get me wrong, there are people who can do that, right? This is pretty good. This has actually been a good conversation. Lulu, how do we know if it is confirmed? If it gaps up? No. Well, listen to me. If Lulu anything in that 60 area, you can we look for the pivot, right? If you're above the open, I told you about the pivot of the open. If you're above the open, if it gaps up and it starts trading below the pivot, which is the open, okay, the opening price is the pivot. You wait for it to get above the pivot, and if it's in the confirmation zone, then you buy with beautifully. You'll be in peace. That's to simply answer the question. The pivot. I even talked about on my video on my YouTube channel. Okay, you know what I said? You'll see me talking in the YouTube channel, and I'm telling people. It's amazing. I on my YouTube channel I have everything. I have a playlist that shows proof of my plans over and over again working. Powerful plans. J&J plans, FedEx plans, BA plans. And if you look this year where BA is and where my other plans were, that's to show you how correct I am in the direction. I mean, they still win even after long gone. Most of these, look at there's people offering services out there. They trade the penny stocks or whatever the stocks. They're in and out. They can only guess. They can only catch a 50-cent swing, a dollar swing. But they never get direction. There's no direction in how they trade. No direction. That's what I focus on. My system's about direction. What stocks are in our favor that can cause a direction, and and that again itself is it's all a strategy. And has specific. It's streamlined. I mean, I look at specific stocks. They have to meet a massive criteria. It's not just any stock. And that's the difference. That's what people don't, people realize. But that's how this is all coming about. That's why, you notice that in a small amount of picks, 4, 5, 6 stocks, most of the ones that confirm make money. Most of the time. Sometimes we have to get out with a small profit. But because do you know why? I'm not going to fight the market. Something's not looking right. What do? I'm not going to be like the high flyer and short win at 106, 108, and add at 125 and keep adding and being wrong because he has to be right. This is stupid. That's called stupid trading. Yeah, FCX, right? Same thing. FCX, I tell you, it shows power. You look at the pivot point. If it stays above the opening. You look at the price power in that 15 area, and I mean, I'll post if it confirms anyways. FCX, this FCX, I really like it. On confirmation, people, listen, I don't care. I'm very strict in my rules. Confirmation is me. You know what confirmation means to me? Confirmation means that the market is confirming, telling me, yeah, you know what? That's what I want to do. See, I don't guess. That's why I say confirmation is key. I don't guess. Market doesn't want to do something. Well, what am I going to do? Fight with the market? Tell you no, you got to do it. What? That's why these people who guess and they have to be right. And like that guy high flyer. I mean, again, perfect example. Short win. I swear to people, true story. Short win from 106, 108. The guy was fighting with me, telling me I'm wrong. Blah 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 blah. It keeps going higher. I keep laughing at him. Blah 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 blah. He told me don't block him. He blocks me because I kept burning the guy over and over and over again. Burn, burn, burn after burn after burn. Because the guy can't admit he's wrong. And I told him, you go. Instead of us fighting and saying, why don't we make professional plans? I told the guy, you make a plan and we'll see. You make options plans and we'll see how many times you're gonna. He can't do it. He'll get killed, decimated. Offered him $500,000. If you can beat me, $500,000. Says first I said 100,000. He says not worth his time. Again, big. Then I said 500,000. Said not worth his time. Okay. I know I would win, easy. 500,000 in my pocket, easy. That guy wants to. Anyone who wants to go against me, $500,000. Let's go plan for plan. Let's see if you can produce what I'm doing. I know they won't win, so I'll kill him because I know what I'm doing with my system. I've seen it. It's too accurate what I do. But I'm also very strict. I'm not going to guess the market. I have a plan. It's a strategy. That's how you make money in the market. You don't want to guess the market. Guessing is for losers. You don't want to guess. No, nothing's a guess. Guessing, listen, I like making plans that make us money based on a statistical measure of a fact, not by guessing and assuming this is going to do this is why. Think about this one more time, people. Anybody knows the future? You're a billionaire. I don't know the future, and nor does anybody else. But what I do know is a strategy, and the strategy in confirmation is almost like that. That's why you hear me talk about confirmation. Confirmation is key, constantly. And I don't fight the market, And when I say 80% right, because you know what, we're going to be wrong, no matter what. Even if we do all the right things, we're going to be wrong. We're just going to be wrong. So better to admit it, you're wrong. That's it. Move on. Right? That's the way you make money in the market. You don't want to guess the market. You don't want to do that. And like I said, I use the high flyer as an example because the guy simply guesses the market and is wrong all the time. And he says to me, oh, I did all these plays with my so-called clients and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, every time he posts something on his stream, he's wrong by miles. Wrong on Netflix, wrong on the IWN, wrong on IBM. Every time he posts something, he opens his mouth. Wrong on BA. We're telling people to short BA at 140 or 150. Let me put up BA, and it's still to this day is higher. No clue. Just a guesser. No skill. No skill. I tell you people, there were people back here. I was talking about BA. I'm telling you right now, there were people. I was making BA plans all the way up here. Oh, BA is going to fall. I swear, I had trolls left, right, and center. Up, 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 up. It's going to fall. Yeah, I even Caterpillar people. I made a Caterpillar plan. People, I have people. You get these some morons. They give you they. This is called guessing, right? They love to guess, these people. Hey, Senator, thanks for all you do. I'm not sure if you already covered Tesla. Yeah, I am. I am. Tesla's bullish. Long as we hold that 358, 359 area. We should fly. We should fly. But you know what? If we don't, it is what it is. But you know what? High odds we can at least get a break even on it. I'm not too worried about Tesla, but we'll see what it does tomorrow. Because you know what? It gave the bullish signals. It's just a matter of they might rest it even tomorrow. But Tesla, as you know about Tesla, it takes even the 1 hour of the right action, and boom, you're making money on that stock. That stock, I know that stock very well. I watched those 365 calls go from 70 cents to 260, okay? And they were 70 cents yesterday, and they hit 260 today. So that just tells you something. So that's what I know about Tesla. Especially, the secret is if it's in the right zone, and it is in the right zone. If it's in the right zone, it's in your favor, there's a good chance to make money. And that's why it's been acting well. That's why there's a good chance it does make money. But again, with BA people, I swear to you, people were telling me, and then look at it, it goes even higher. Then there was some moron chartist out there telling me that BA is going to go down. It's very bearish, the guy said. Yeah, it's bearish. Look at the prices, 237. Look where it is, 260. You see, people, they guess. And these are so-called high-skilled chartists out there. I'm telling you true stories, people. That's why I tell you, don't guess. These people, they guess. They don't do anything like me. They don't make confirmation and nothing. They just say it's going to go down. No, you'll never see me tell you that. I never say that. You'll hear me say confirmation. You'll never see me tell you that, because that's the difference between me and the majority out there. They guess, I don't, and that's why they suck. Anybody guesses, they don't know what they're talking about. They're guessing. They want to challenge me $500,000. They'll be eaten alive. Guarantee you. We make 5 plans each. Trust me. They'll be afraid to challenge me, because with the guessing, they'll get if they can't listen. You can't guess the market. The market is a skilled. This is a skilled thing. You need a strong strategy, and when something doesn't start working, you just take your losses and move on. And the key is, when you do get in the right things, you make the big dollar bills. That's the reality of the market, people. Like people were guessing here. I swear, you listen, people. I swear to you, no word of a lie, no word of a lie. Here's BA. I made a Caterpillar plan. The October 120 calls. Okay, we got in this day here. Okay, right this day here. The 120 calls on this day here, and then the next day it gapped up. This was on a Friday. Okay, I talked about this. We confirmed. Caterpillar, look where Caterpillar is to this day. Do you know there were people telling me, oh, it's going to go down, Caterpillar. It's going to go down. Well, with no reasoning. Here's the fact, people. With no reason. And to this day, where's Caterpillar? You go on my stream. I show you. You go on my stream. You go back to, you go do the research yourself. You go back to in the September 15, you look for the September 15, you're going to see a plan on Caterpillar. October 20 options are still up over 300% to this day. Now, why is that? Because they guess and I don't guess. That's the difference. They were wrong. I have people telling me stupid things out there. But now they never come back and talk. They guess. They told me no reason why Caterpillar was going to go. It's going to go down, they said. Yeah? It's going to go down? Why? Yeah, future's popping. Good. But you see what I'm saying, people? I don't guess. You see what I say on my Twitter. Stop the guessing. Do you know why I say that? Because they all guess out there. I made a SPY plan, people. Did you see the video? Did you see the video I said about the SPY? Word for word what I said. The SPY did it. I said this. Look it. Let's go. Come on. This thing sometimes. Come on. Okay, so listen. October the 14th, which is on the Saturday, okay, based on the Friday close, I said, I posted a video. I said this. I said, look it. I said in the video, as long as 254 holds, and we crack above 255.50, the SPY can test 257. I did not guess, okay? I made a plan. And you know what? What did the SPY do? The SPY did break out today, and the SPY did hold support. No guessing, no assuming, no nothing. Just the facts. Okay, people? That's the facts. No guessing, no assuming. Okay, now high flyer, wrong SPY. SPY no good, complain every day, blah 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 blah. No facts. Makes videos. Oh guys, the SPY can go up, the SPY can go down. Good. Thank you. That's very helpful. I made it so detailed. I said simply this, people. I said if we bounce, if we crack 255.50 before, as long as we hold the support of 254, which we did, there's a good chance we're going to go test 257, 258. And I guarantee you, well, more likely what I said is already happening. More likely this will slowly chop its way into that area. And the market, and look, stocks are strong. The right stocks are strong. That's the key, people. So we don't want to guess, right? Don't guess. That's, you know, the moral of the story, people, don't guess. Because you know what? that's why when I see people like that, the high flyer guests, I says, listen, you challenge me plan for plan. I'm gonna clean you up, destroy you. You'll owe me $500,000, guaranteed. I know I would. Listen, I already decimated the guy. If the guy would have challenged me during these, because he was being bearish to us all during the run up in the SPY, I would have decimated the guy already. He'd be paying me $500,000, but he's afraid. Chicken, chicken, buck, buck, chicken, because he knows. I'd be very rich simply by proving people wrong against my own plans. I'd be very rich. But these chickens they won't dare challenge the power trick or trade. Anyways, with a live chat, yeah, you know what? I am working on something. One of the things is I want people to the people to. I don't think a lot of people understand the power of my plans. Let me tell you another reality of the world. I'm gonna tell you. I think that sometimes a lot of people are blind to the facts. So something like what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, the plans are so powerful that the right kind of people. Now, again, it'll be a small majority of people. Okay, here's the facts, people. Most people just don't have what it takes to succeed in life, to make money. They just don't have what it takes. You can put a gold in front of them and they wouldn't see it. So there's a small majority out there, and I'm trying to connect with those people. And when we get enough of those people, then we'll do something. We take this to another level, this power trick or trade thing. Because I mean, my plans, if you look at my created playlist, the proof is right there. I put enough proof on my channel to awaken the right people who are really interested. No guessing here, people. I don't guess like the guessers out there. Any questions of any other stocks? Yeah, Google. I'll tell you, the thing about Google is, my opinion is, we probably need power through 998 to 1000. I think it needs a little bit more time. We need power. It's the problem is Google seems to be rejecting those levels. I know this. I can see it, and it's not easy. So I think that Google really needs that power and that to see that it becomes strong between 998 to $1,000 a share. Yeah, IBM I think is setting up to go higher. You know what? IBM made a very good move and made a very powerful signal today. While I missed, yeah, JD is still listening to me. Kagler, yeah. So JD is still didn't confirm yet. I said that if JD gets above, you look at my chart, you look on my stream, and I made a plan. I said if it gets above 4085, that's a good signal. Now, I believe this JD stock, and providing, listen, if we do confirm, we shouldn't go below 40, in my opinion. And if that's the key, then this is a good chance that this stock can come to test 44 easy. Now, if you go with November 17, 40 calls, you're gonna make huge gains in JD. So look for the confirmation. Just simply look on that chart on my stream, and it tells you the options. It tells you everything. Turnaround, bad apple out. What turned around? What are you talking about? By the way, Kagler, are you subscribed to the YouTube channel? Or are you somebody new coming through the thing? Yeah, Baba's probably pretty good, but JD, if you go into JD, you should get the effects of the JD from the Baba. Yep, but I can't. Yep, but I can. I don't understand Kagler. Yep, but I can. Means you haven't, and you can, right? Yeah, I would subscribe because there's a lot of good things. Make sure you look at my created playlist. When you have time, go through the videos. Gonna need their Baba tomorrow. Thank you, Kagler. Yeah, you know what? And two, don't forget, honestly, study the created playlist. The videos, they show my plans from start to end. It's very powerful. Was invited to join your web chat for a group since 2 years ago. If we followed your trades, we could have made a lot. All my, I understand. I was inviting you to join WeChat for a group since 2 years ago. If we all follow your trades, we could have all have made, well, yeah, but you don't need to. You just follow the plan. Yeah, your plans are yes. You know what? That's true. You know, my plans are very clear. Um, my plans are very clear, and nobody makes plans like my plans. Nobody. If a person if a person listens carefully to the plans, um, they're there to prevent. Listen, I don't guess. That's why confirmation. What do I always say confirmation is key for? Because listen, nobody knows the future. The only way I understand it is when the market confirms what I think it's saying based on what it's telling me. That's how you make money in the market, not by guessing the market. You know, if you guess the market, how the look at nobody knows the future. So why are you guessing? You need a but you know what you do need? You need a strategy, and my strategy is unique. The reason why it's unique is because of the confirmation. Number one, number two, I filter it down to the highest probability. Some people ask me about blue, but blue is a pharmaceutical stocks, but J&J was a better setup. So I look at the highest probability, and I try to look for a plan, and then we look for confirmation. And if it works out well, most often they do, we make good money. If not, we take small profits and move on, right? But nothing's 100%, and I'm going to be straight out honest with you. But but I found that I'm 80%. I've done the statistical measures, and I'm greater than 80% correct on confirmed trades, and it has to confirm. Just because I post a plan, it means nothing. It means nothing until it confirms. Understand that, people. Confirmation is key. Confirmation is key. I say it all the time, and it's even in my banner. Confirmation is key. Confirmation is key. Yeah, give me a second here. Okay, I go to my look at this, people. For fuck's sakes, why is this not moving? Okay, give me a sec, people. Customize channel. Okay. All right, people. So, now, give me a sec here. Be a manager. I was trying to move something, but I'm gonna tell people. I'm gonna direct you where to look. The key things to look on my stream, and give people ideas. That's the purpose of this live stream. The purpose of the live stream. Now I'll get back to the thing. What about IBM? Next call. You know what, IBM, I don't know. I know IBM looks really good, but it made a massive move. I think IBM is going to consolidate it, and it'll give us other patterns. I mean, it's bullish. If you ask me, IBM is pretty bullish. Yeah, how do I determine confirmation? Well, are you subscribed to this channel yet? I can't pronounce that. But Con for short. Your name is all I don't know. It's so many words in there. I don't know. It may not be a name, but it's a wacky apple after action hours. Well, what are you seeing after hours? Let me see if I can. Let's take a look here to see this chart that I have. 3 minutes. Yeah, well, after hours it's down a little bit. See, Apple is a little bit down, but like I said, listen, people. Sounds Vietnamese. King can. Yeah, yeah. You see, Apple. Like I said, on my stream today, I said Apple could test. You notice I said this. As Apple was in the 160 area, because I could see with my with my system that there were plus the 161 area, I could see that what, a pullback is in the could be in the cards. But to me, a pullback is a gift. So I think that Apple is going to we can see now after hours. I mean, it's just that's not wacky. It's just a little bit down. You can't really I just think Apple will need a little bit of time to relax. So it's not nothing to worry about. To me, it's a gift on the pullbacks. We're going to watch support. I'm not going to guess Apple, and but I mean Apple did do well for us so far, anyways, right? What I've done is I've already I mean I've exited my Apple, and either I'm going to buy the power or buy a dip. That's what I'm doing with Apple, because I actually took profits, made some, and because of taking a chance that we were going to get the pullback, that I make money. Call me Dan. Okay, so Dan, have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? After you have confirmation and you have entered, do you also? Yeah. No. Well, the stop loss. You know what? Here's the thing with stop loss. If the stock, let me answer this. That's a good question. Let me answer that question. So let's take a look at Netflix, right? Now let me ask you something. What stop loss do you need when things are directionally moving? You don't need. So when you have good direction, okay, you don't need a stop loss. Their next question is, where the hell do I take profits? Well, I suggest people take 100% and then they hold runners, because I'm not going to manage the trades right now. What I'm doing with my plans is, people for now, they can take the plans, and especially when they like them, and make money. Now to manage the trade, that's a whole different game. Right? But what I suggest people to do, I tell them, listen, if you make 100% gains in the take half of it off and hold some runners, and then if you get stopped out on your runners, that's it. Now, if you look at Netflix, you would not get stopped out. Yeah, now Twitter is a slow mover stock. That's why I decided to use I said about the November options, and gotta be patient with that stock. A chat room would be sweet. Community posts, live alerts. Yeah, yeah. There's some stuff in the works right now. The plans, I tell you, will make any money. AAOI, that's a junk stock. AAOI is a junk stock. I don't care about that. I don't know. I don't focus on that. To me, that's a junk. You know what? You know why I don't like AAOI? First of all, it doesn't trade very well with options. This stock here, the high flyer. He got lucky on this one because it was a junkie. But ask the high flyer to make good plans for win or for what stocks, or for the market or IWN, and he gets massacred and destroyed. So the high flyer got lucky, and the guy didn't even hold this short, by the way. He did not even hold this, just junk. 159.15 for what, P player? What, 159 for what? You talking about for Apple? Who is the high flyer you talking about? Well, if you want the high flyer guy, hashtag. If you put in hashtag high flyer, that'll give you the answer. You type in hashtag high flyer, and you'll see all his posts. And then ask the guy why is he afraid to challenge me with real plans, plan per plan, option plans. He claims to make all these option plans. Challenge me. Post it on the. He says he can't because he has his private clients. Private clients are nothing. He's a chicken guy. Bids are dropping. Unusual Apple. No, but don't worry. That's after hours. Let me take a look at the Apple here. For me, I'm happy Apple's pulling back. It gives me a cheaper. I get to pay cheaper. I don't have to pay more. Yeah, I mean, but this is after hours action. Like I said, P player. Apple. You know what? Apple can go test 159, even lower. They're doing this for options, I think. Whoever wants to join, go to StockTwits. Fine, follow me. Tell me. Whoever wants to join, go to StockTwits. Follow me. Tell me my name there. Trade for. But who is this? Who's trade for? This is Power Trick or Trade, man. Stream. Yeah. So Apple gave the pullback, people. You know what I mean? And didn't I say that? But I'm not only did I make a winning plan. And I didn't have to do. I didn't have to do that, by the way. I didn't have to do that. I just think that Apple is going to play around. This is a great good gift, Apple. Uh, Boy, this stream, I did this stream. Boy, does time fly. Can you look at AXP? You know, it's a fine. It's AXP is probably setting up to go higher. I know there's probably earnings coming up. You know, they can pop this thing higher. So I mean, look at the volume today. So you know, Facebook, you know, theoretically Facebook broke out, but there's no volume. It's a tricky stock. Can it go higher? Sure, it could. I set up a web chat, WeChat group, PowerTarget Trade, but you didn't come. Man, but who is this that keeps talking about this WeChat thing? I remember somebody asking me about this thing, WeChat, but he had a Chinese type of. Is that you, the guy with the Chinese type of? He had like a Chinese profile or something, talking about a WeChat. The videos are better than any chat. You know something? I keep telling people the video plans. I keep telling you. Yeah, see, I remember. The video plans are better than real time than anything, because they tell you, they prepare you for the move, prepare to use your brain, right? To think, to see the price action. You know, my plans are telling you, depicting what the market. If the market confirms my plans, that's the market telling you, yeah, PowerTarget Trade is right. That's what it's telling you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the WeChat thing right now. Is there any new plans for? No new plans for Goldman Sachs, because Goldman Sachs has made massive moves. You want to know? I'll tell you something about Goldman Sachs, people. That's a good question. But you want to know something? Let me tell you something about Goldman Sachs. So here, I talked about a reversal plan here, and look at the move. Now, I think this stock is going to just, you know, consolidate. You know, there could be a move in the cards. I have to take a look at Goldman Sachs. I think it needs some time, but there could be a move for higher prices, you know, based on this volume here. So, but I made a plan here, people. Reversal. When it was dropping like this, there was a reversal plan, and it made the two. You know that nobody does what I do. No, I made reversal plans, key numbers, everything. That's why I tell you my plans, and I posted the plan and everything, and I posted it. Instructional plans, numbers, key numbers, facts, support, you name it. I demonstrated this over and over and over again on my stream. So when I make those video plans, they're gold. The video plans are gold. That's why I tell people, go and take a look at my created playlist. It's gold in that. That created playlist contains gold of information that will for the person who wants to grow mentally. They will say, holy mackerel, I can't believe this guy is making these kind of plans. This is amazing. Then when you start seeing the new plans, you know what to do. You understand the way it works, and boom, anybody studying will make money, guaranteed. But if you don't study, you won't understand what to do. Yeah, no, I don't have any thoughts on, or you know why? There's so many other things I'm focusing on. I try to focus on what I put out there as plans, people. Jason, there's too many things. You know what I mean? Like, to me, you know, probably Intel and Oracle is good. They move. You know what I mean? Let me take a quick look. INTC. Come on, I don't know why this does this. Sometimes it gets slow on me. All right. Yeah, I mean, this thing moved a lot already, right? So, you know what I mean? It was one of those things where this would have been good. Like I said, a lot of stuff is good. So it's good. This stock can go higher and everything, right? But like, you know, the risk reward here, it's hard to say. It depends when a person got in, but it's good. What about Nvidia? I think it's going to chop around a little bit, Paul. Needs some time. Time to relax, in my opinion. AAPL. So you know what I said, people. You know, this is a new meat here. Okay, FCX. You see how this stock can move? That's why you want to pay attention to FCX. On StockTwits, kiss for you. Anyways, FCX people. Oh, your ID, kiss for you, your ID. Okay. Please accept the request. What do you mean? You sent me a request for what on StockTwits? For for a direct message. Oh, you're following me on StockTwits. Okay, but did you subscribe to the YouTube channel? Kishore, did you subscribe to the YouTube channel? Well, anyways, people, yeah, but if you want to follow me on Twitter as well. By the way, I tell people follow me on all formats. Power Trick or Trade on StockTwits or on Twitter, especially on Twitter, because Twitter, I don't know, it's better to both, anyways. And of course on YouTube, because look, I'm doing this live streams sometimes, and at the same time, I'm telling you, you got to look at the created playlist. Now, I keep telling that in the video anyways, but I tell you people, created playlist, powerful information there. Powerful proof, powerful facts, detailed unlike anything else. Nobody's done that. It's too time consuming. This won't be done forever. So I keep telling people, take advantage, right? Make money now. Understand what I'm about. Did you cover UPS today? I joined late. No, I mean, UPS still has to confirm. Kishore from India. Kishore from India. Why would you you this bad apple person, you guessing? Don't be a guesser like the stock high flyer. Hashtag high flyer. You want to know who that is? Just type in hashtag high flyer in StockTwits. It'll show you who I'm talking about. And ask him to challenge me for 500K. Plan for plan. We'll get the lawyers involved in everything, I told them. We'll sign the papers and everything. I stew chicken. Do chicken. Easy money for me. Easy money. Look at that guy shorted IBM. I mean, that tells you everything. I have a coworker. $158.83. What's that for Apple? Talking about Apple pre-mark after hours PL. I think they're doing this for the 3-minute chart. Yeah, look at that, eh? Wow, they're really hammering it after hours. Pre-market, anyways. I mean after hours. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. That's interesting. And like I said, now the beautiful thing about Apple is that we're going to see how they consolidate it. But hey, I did tell people about this possibility of it. And what? Listen, did I guess? You notice what I said? I said 160. I gave a key number, key pivotal number, people, didn't I? No guessing. And what happened? Apple lost 160. And what happened, people? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. No guessing. Now, who does that? Nobody. Nobody does that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. If anybody said it, it's because I said it something about it. Then they started guessing that 160 area. I said it for listen. I said 160 for a specific reason. That's to show you the power of what I can see. What the hell is 160? But that 160, I could tell you, I could see it as something. It's something I created. I tell you. That's why I believe in my system, not the stocks of the system. Can't wait to, yeah, buy. Yes, right. You can buy more November calls. I think it's not gonna be a rush. I think that Apple, but we're gonna see. I'm scared of the bad. Yeah. You know what, people? The market plays games. So, it doesn't surprise me. Again, my visionary lines warned me about the Apple pulling back. That's a good thing. And like I said, I didn't guess. I knew this. I even told Power Trick or Trade this. I said shy of this. I said, listen. I said this is the situation. Either Apple's going to pull back, or we have to buy the power. I'm betting that we're going to pull back first. That's my assumption. That's why I wrote what I wrote. So I decided to take my profits and said, you know what? If I have to pay for the proof, I pay for the proof. I'm not guessing. I knew. I said, look, the way the market's telling me, why the hell are we keep crossing that 160? That was a signal. Notice they crossed 160 after at 12 p.m. Then they made it look good to suck more people in, and then and you see I made the comment again. And 160. It just as soon as it touched 160, I knew it. I said that's it. They're playing a game. And then they at the end of the day. And now look what they're doing after hours. See. Who knows? Maybe some news. But the good news is that that we made money in Apple, and Apple did give a chance to take profits. And even if you didn't take profits, you're in November calls, you have time. You're still probably going to be, the worst outcome person makes a break even, or they're in small profits. But I didn't have to post that. That 160 thing, because I already do enough as it is by posting plans and make money for people as it is. I can do a lot of things. People don't realize the things. Like I said, I would love to for the high flyer guy to challenge me plan with options. He says he can do options. Let's see. Come on, high flyer, hashtag high flyer guy. Come on. Because the way I see you post your stuff on your stream, I know I could knock him out no time. Oh, Tesla, you know what we see tomorrow? Tesla, as long as Tesla holds 158, 159, it's a fast mover. We can make our money in it. If we start losing that area, we start not getting the power, it could turn into a loser. But you know what? I'm going to hold that as long as I see the right action. I'm going to hold it and look to make gains in it, or break even at worst scenario. That's my take on Tesla. We'll see tomorrow, okay? Because Tesla did go into the bullish zone. It did act correctly, but today was a little bit. Did you cover BABA? I was never in. I've never shorted BABA. So if you say cover, I never shorted BABA, oh, did I cover BABA? I did a while ago, but that's not. I don't care too much about that stock, but that stock did do very well. I did cover BABA a while ago. I haven't lately. Like I said, I've been focusing on other stuff. I haven't been talking about BABA. No. JD, I like. I tell you, yeah, right. That's right. I like JD. If JD goes over 40.85, that's good. JD. Yeah. Yeah, JD goes over 40.85. Buy. Lots of sweeps on Apple. Yeah. Show Apple News iPhone sales miss. Yeah, could be. Something I you know what? But you see, I didn't need the news. You see, you see what I posted. You see, people, that's the beautiful thing. Did you notice I posted today about the 160 level? I saw a problem in the price action. I said, you know what, they couldn't get above. And now the news, if that's the case, the news, my system catches stuff before the news most of the time, because we get the wrong price action. And I'm getting a call in a sec. Give me a sec here, people. I don't know. All right, anyway, so margin call, laugh out loud. No, but people, you notice on my stream, let me see if I can get the damn. Give me a sec here. This fucking. If I can get this over here. Come over here, yeah, yo. People, look on my stream here. Let's take a look at here. Where are you, Apple? I want to go to the Apple. See, you see, I tell people, listen to me, people. You see this SPY October 14 plan? Listen to what I said here. You're gonna hear, if you want to hear real analysis skills, real analysis. No, you listen to this video, okay? Now, JD, click on it and it shows you the JD plan. You go to my stream. Now look what I said here, 11:51 a.m. I go, Apple not being able to hold above 160 after 12:06 p.m. is a signal that 159.50 to 159 could be tested. Now listen, people, did I guess? Did I assume? No, I posted a statistical measurement, a number. People don't do that. They just guess. Oh, I'm buying the dip. I see the most stupidest things posted on StockTwits all the time. They guess. Nobody does what I'm doing. Nobody. And that's why I know they cannot match me plan for plan. They cannot. No way. No way can they match me plan for plan. No way. I already know this. Already from statistical measurement. I've seen it myself. Yep. Let's see here. You do a very high delta plays, it looks like. You know, I look for the best option probabilities and the setups on confirmation. That's what I do. That's the strategy. So you notice, look at JD. I decided, yeah. No, Apple 159. I didn't say. Let's take a look, people. I mean, boy, oh boy, already at 158. Tomorrow, if that's the case, tomorrow we might get the drop. See, PowerTarget trade did warn. I did warn people. You know. Yeah, you see that, people? I mean, this is true, what he's saying. 158. Yeah, but you see, P-Player, we're getting a statistical measurement of that. You know? I didn't know it was going to fill the gap, but when we have there's a probability that it could, right? You know, let's put up the charts here, people. See what I mean? Like, so, okay. Like, I got out of Apple completely. You know, with those calls, you know what I mean? Now, the gap is 157. You know what? I don't know. It's possible. Man, did I call it right, though. Now, I don't assume it was going to fill the gap. First thing was, you know, let's look at it this way. If I think it was going to test 159, so I'll be honest with you guys. This is what I told PowerTarget Trade. I said, listen, Shai. I said, listen, either we're going to test 159 or we're going to have to pay for the power. I betted that we're gonna get a pullback test, and I won't have to pay for the power, and I was right, and that's how it goes. But you know what? If I was wrong, that's okay. I gotta pay for the power, and this is how trading is, people. But you know what? 9 out of 10 times, when I see the wrong things, I'm right more often than not. This is why I did what I did. I'm wrong sometimes, but it's so rare. That's why I got out of Apple. Smarter trader, and I haven't heard of the smarter trader. But you know, it has to be with rules, right? This has to be organized, right? And I have to see the smarter trader, but I don't think so. And then the guy will you know will definitely lose. It's too powerful what I developed. I know this. So I'm going to say how it is. I know what I developed, and it's too powerful. You know, sometimes I don't even listen to my own system, and I lose money when I don't listen to my own system. I go in before confirmation sometimes. I've said this. I mean, not anymore, but I've done that, and this is why I'm so adamant about this. Confirmation is key. You have no idea why I'm so adamant from raw experience. Now, confirmation. Different story now. With confirmation on my side and my plans, too good. And again, I do it with a very select. I don't put out 20 plans, people, right? There are people, okay, I know there's services out there. The guys put out 20, 30 plans. That's like, you got to still guess which ones are going to work. They don't even give any details, and they provide, and they're charging. So, if people were intelligent people, let me put it to you this way: all the plans I put on StockTwits, if people were intelligent enough to understand, you know, that aren't so blind, because a lot of people sometimes they think it's impossible someone could be as good as like this, so they will just turn a blind eye to the truth, right? Only the smart people will understand me and realize the truth by really studying my stream. Only smart people, and again, that's only 10% of the population. That's my opinion, right? 10%. No word of a joke. No, 10%. They say the top 10% make money in the market. Well, my system's for the top 10%. That's it. Many people are sleeping at the wheel. sleeping, just like the high flyer guy. He thinks he's number one, he's the best, and he's wrong months at a time. But he's never wrong, according to him. That's why you don't want to be a guesser. Guessing guy, guessing guy. High flyer. Greed plays a huge factor in how people trade. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Why Apple is still trading in Germany? But they're trading the after hours, I guess. I don't concern. Listen to me. I concern myself. I concern myself with the date. When regular market hours. The after hours, I don't bother with after hours people, and because there's other things to do in life than trade, But I know that I have a system my system really works very well. Look I got an app. I'll be honest with people. You see my warning. Why did I think I wrote what I did? I said, I looked at this. I said, you know what? Apple gonna pull back. I said, you know what? Let me take profits. I'll take a risk and buy the power if I'm wrong. Well, and I say this again, 9 out of 10 times I'm not wrong, but I can be. Yeah, yeah. But Apple's still gonna play around. Like if they took it down, that means that tomorrow we're gonna play around that 159 area. Apple needs some time. Well, you know what, Dave? We're gonna see what Apple does tomorrow, and then I'm gonna know more. You know what? I'm gonna see the action tomorrow. And the only good thing is that I now know I can definitely pay less to get back into Apple. And make even more money than my original entry point. That made money, by the way. And I'm pretty sure that my plan talked about 161, 163, right? And that's where we had the trouble, right around 161. I knew this, but I knew it could happen, but it could have went right through. It could have sliced right through 161. You don't know until the action happens, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't guess. But if you have a plan and you already know there's an issue, you might make a decision. You know what? I'm seeing this and seeing that. I'm going to take some profits. I knew this already with Apple. I knew it already at 161 would be an issue. But it could have went right through it. So I have to wait for the action and then make a decision. That's how you make money in the market. You don't guess like the high flyer. Example, short at 106, added at 108, never could admit it. He told me, in fact, he told me he was short. He's been short since an average of 128. Let's take a look at win, people. Let's laugh at this funny situation. I swear to you, this is guessing, and this is so-called a professional trader. Okay, I talked about win breaking out. I talked about win back in the 106 area, right over here. Can you imagine that guy's? Let's add the months wrong for April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Guess. That guy blocked me because I was burning him left, right, and center. He told me, "Don't block me." I said, "No problem." I would have a field day with him. That's why he blocked me. He knows it. A field day. But then I'm wasting my time on the stream. That's why I want to do something professional. I said, let's make plan for plan. We posted, let's be professional. I said that the guy was still a child. The guy was a child about it. No, always making excuses. Yeah, because it's after hours. They're going to play around. Don't forget. I mean, look at it. But big deal. Listen to me. That's normal. But look what it did already. They dropped it a lot. So it's after hours. You know what? Tomorrow we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more statistical. To me, I can see Apple tomorrow definitely. It's gonna hang around that 158, 159 area. It's gonna need some time. This after-hour action may mean that, for all we know, we might not even go here. You know what? We'll find out tomorrow, people. It's as simple as that. Tomorrow we'll know. We'll find out. Yeah, that guy there, he's the biggest guesser in the world. And I've seen it many times on the stream. There's no point in talking with that guy because that guy there doesn't post plans. He's a scalper. He's all, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about I'll tell you a story about that guy. Um, and that's why I know, like I've caught these people, and the thing about them, they make a million plans. So, uh, you notice what I did? All I made was one plan. I seen him post. Some of his guys, they're like, oh, um, oh, let's take a look at Lulu. Uh, well, Lulu might, yeah, but Lulu didn't do anything. Um. Anyways, yeah, people, Lulu, definitely watch Lulu. Lulu, I like Lulu. Make sure you look at my plans for Lulu. A lot of people sell courses, don't show their live trades. You know what? You don't need to show live trades. What's better is a plan. Okay. Here's my answer to this. If look at, here's another answer. I have a better answer. Let's say let's look at Carl Icahn. I'll give you an example. The guy is a billionaire, right? So he's a billionaire. So if his trading advice is the best advice, then basically he said to sell Apple because Apple was not good. Now he sold Apple at 100, and first he said it was a no-brainer. So does it mean, can Carl Icahn help you make money because he's a billionaire? Not necessarily. Because he has a different strategy. He can be wrong by hundreds of thousands of dollars and still it won't affect them. So the amount of money a person has makes no difference, people, of how much money you can make. But a plan, which I demonstrated clearly, and facts, which I do all the time, I proved it in my created playlist over and over and over and over and over again, and I posted the confirmation. I've talked about Apple way back when it was $180 a share, talking about these targets. Now look where Apple is. So I post plans and ideas that help make money. I don't guess, and even billionaires guess. Carl Icahn guessed. Versus tell people it's a no-brainer. Apple's a no-brainer. It's going to 200, and then he bails on Apple. And then, and then remember, Apple went down to 90, and then Warren Buffett goes in, and it goes up. Now, Warren Buffett also makes mistakes too, right? Warren Buffett was talking about IBM a long time ago, and IBM fell from 200 down to where it is, right? So, he can still, actually, he had to bail his IBM. So what I'm getting at, people, it's not about the money. It's about how does that person help you? How does their strategy help you make money? That's the secret here. If you follow somebody that strategy helps you make money, then you'll make money. I think scalping, it makes no sense. I like directional moves. Listen, people, let me ask you a question. Just think about this. Okay? So here's Netflix. I made a plan for Netflix. 300% gains. You know how beautiful that was? And it was just 2 days. That's it. I love this type of trades. That's why I'm telling you, people, watch Lulu, watch JD, watch FCX, because those stocks can make good directional moves and make you easy money. You don't have to scalp anything. Even Apple made us money, but you know what? I posted the warning. The reason why I said that, I gave that advice is because, you know what? But you know what? It lost the 160 level, and I kind of said that for that reason, kind of giving that warning. But I could have been wrong, and then Apple, people had to pay the higher prices. But that's the thing, people. I just don't pass guesses. I looked at there was an issue, and then Apple did pull back. End of story, people. Strategy, no guessing. Could I be wrong? Sure I am. But when I say wrong, and that's just, when I make calls like that, it's like 9 out of 10 times. There are times that I say something like that, and then the stock, and I say 9 out of 10 times because statistically measured, I found that whenever I see a problem based on my visionary lines, intraday thing that I have, some intraday charts I look at, that you cannot see through. It's not through regular charts. That 9 out of 10 times the stock pulls back. Anyways. Yeah, but IBM, I'm not talking about IBM. IBM, what I'm saying about IBM is IBM, according to the market, is giving a signal that it can go higher, So maybe they're going to be okay. And I don't care about IBM right now anyways. But I'm just saying it wasn't a short IBM. In fact, IBM smashed through 157 and went to 160, where one guy decided to short IBM at 154 pre-market or wherever they were, or after hours, and was totally wrong, got smashed because he's guessing. When I looked at the charts, I go, man, if IBM looks like it wants to go to 160, it can go to much higher. And what did it do? Now, I didn't post a plan for IBM, but I did look at it. I saw the action, especially knowing that the high flyer was shorting it. I go, oh, if the high flyer is shorting it, just probably wants to go higher. I love it. I love it. I love it. I had a lot of fun, man. Guild card T approved and moving after hours. Yeah, a lot of things are there's a lot of stuff happening. So that's what I'm saying, people. Look at my videos, study the streams, follow Power Trick or Trade on StockTwits or on Twitter. Don't guess, don't assume. Strategy, strategy, strategy. If there's a support, if you know of a good support, you could buy a good support. Well, I look to do that too. Like I said, Apple, lots of support zones. 159, 158. We'll see how it acts over there. And if it shows support over there, either you wait for the power or you buy a support and you hold it. And you go with November calls. Good chance to make money in Apple. At least small profits at the worst outcome, in my opinion. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. Watch the support levels. Don't worry about too many things. All right, people? Boy, I can't believe I did this live stream for 1 hour and 42 minutes. Wow. These are fun. Yeah. Well, we'll see what it does tomorrow. But that was a dip. That dip, you know what I tell you, people? That dip means that, they could play around with Apple tomorrow. They could play a prime. And the part of this stream is, I think some people, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try to do listen, people. We're going to do a live stream on Saturdays. What do you think about that, people? Sometime, 11 o'clock, in the morning. Awesome stream. Thanks for creating this. Yeah. Live stream on Saturday. I'm going to see what kind of people, today it's interesting, Wednesday, that we had a decent amount of people showing up because this is not a good time. Here's the thing about doing these live streams. This is not a really good time to do a live stream, but you know what I said, there's going to be people who can come. They can come. Then the live stream is recorded, people can listen to it. They're going to come to another live stream and maybe ask questions and hear me say things. Subscribe, people, to the YouTube channel. Like the videos, support this powerful stream, because to tell you, here's the truth. The fact of the matter is, what I'm doing is better than services out there, and those plans are powerful. Every plan I post is detailed and powerful. Study. Listen to what I'm saying in the videos. I've got 17 to 20 years experience looking at the markets, and I can answer all kinds of questions. Yeah, that's right. Like the video. That's right. Yeah, well, a WeChat, but don't worry about the WeChat. That WeChat is something I'm not going to do. Not yet, anyways. Because the plans already, the plans are plans to get into. You have to watch to get into the market, and then you know what I mean. Like that's better than WeChat. The plans. I'm telling you. Study the video plans. That's a better format. because you're preparing, you're making a plan, you're preparing for the right action. And if the action doesn't come in, you avoid it. You know? And you're going to learn a lot like that. See, my plans teach you how to think and say, hey, you know what? I should have waited for confirmation. I shouldn't have guessed. You know? And even if you don't take trades, I told people to study, watch, follow along. You know, confirmation is key. I keep telling you that. You know, listen to me, people. I made a plan for Netflix, right? And it confirmed with all my, look at the volume that day. It confirmed. I paid exactly in the 187.50 area. I even gave the heads up on the stream. Now, if a person's prepared, they know the options to use. They know I'm going to go in with those. Which options were they? They were probably the October the October 13, I think they were. Yeah. Anyways. Or the 1 week out from that date, anyways. I have a video that shows it, 300% gains in 2 days, and that was a detailed plan with instructions, with targets, and we hit the targets too. It's not like we didn't hit targets. We hit targets and everything. And you want to know something, people? We hit my targets perfectly. I had 2 targets posted. Listen carefully what I said. Listen carefully. I said 194 to 198. Do you want to know? Let's take a look at this. We closed. Look at that. 198 close. We closed here. On the first day, we hit one of my targets. We closed a little bit above that target, 194. If that's not scary accuracy, I don't know what is. My plan called for the 2 targets. It was so accurate and powerful that we hit my targets and closed on the second target on the second day, right at the target number. That means if you bought that trade and you closed your eyes and just went to sleep, you would wake up to 300% gains 2 days later. That is power. I don't see anyone posting or making plans anything near to that. Even that option, so-called, what is his name, option player guy, that guy caught a small fraction of what I caught. Because my plans and what I do, they don't do what I'm doing. They focus too much on scalping. That scalping makes you a donkey trader. You can't catch directional moves because you're not mentally focused on the big picture. You're mentally on every little 5-minute move. Yeah, see, Netflix was leading up to earnings 2 days in a row. Well, it depends on which kind of options. If you buy very cheap options, but 2,000% gains on 18 cent my options were more expensive. So 300% or more expensive options it's a different animal, right? It depends, right, and how many you bought in and all that stuff. And then when you buy these cheap options, you can lose a lot of money. Let's say you can also lose money when you have to buy 100 or 200 or 300 little cheapy options. If it goes the wrong way against you, that's people don't get that. You know that's the thing about those cheap options. They all look good, but if you're wrong, oh boy, you're gonna get hit. Yeah, of course they were cheaper because the 2,000% gains. Those are cheap options. Those are risky. You could lose. If you invested $5,000 in cheap options, you can make a ton. Yeah, I agree, but you can also lose a ton. Now, when you buy more expensive options, you can make those 300% gains, but you're not buying as many options because they're more expensive. So that, to me, that's less risky. Okay, so you know what I mean. But I mean, no matter what you did, whatever strategy you made, my plan was solid, and that's what I focus on. That kind of stuff, people. Directional trades, and that's what my plans teach. And that's why I make those instructions in the video. You know what I mean, people? I know what I'm talking about. And that's why this live stream is to tell the stories in a different way. You know, I mean, it's a long story to go through all this, but somebody wants to go through a live stream like this. I mean, it's a long live stream. But you know what? I had fun doing this live stream. I can't do them too late because then I'm getting tired, and then people I don't know. I don't like to do them too late. So, but I'm happy with the amount of people that came today. It's going to be, I'm focusing on quality. It's not about quantity here. So far we got a lot of different people. I'm surprised we hit 29 people so far. 20 to 30 people on average have been watching this stream. That's not bad, considering this is not a good time. Now we're going to see what happens on the weekend. If we're going to see which, I got to figure which days are going to be the best. I'm going to see. I don't know. The only reason why I'm even doing a live stream is because if I do a live stream, that gives me less time to make plans. But I made enough plans, and I didn't feel like making any more plans. I've been working too hard making these plans. Applaud the system idea. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, nothing's always going to work, people. But I know that statistical measurements, that if we focus on the best setups. Like look at Netflix. Netflix. It made the gains that would take out, even if you lost a couple of 50%, 50-60% on some plans, 300% gains, kicks its ass. And then sometimes you get a couple 100% gains. Sometimes we lose 40%. Tesla. You got to realize with Tesla, right? That as much as you can make a lot of gains, you can also lose gains quickly, and you have to adjust your positioning size based on that probability that can happen, no matter what. I mean, nothing's 100%. Anybody tells you that, then they're lying to you. Because I tell you, if you're 100%, think about this. How it wouldn't take very long if you're 100% correct, and you can't be wrong. What I mean by 100%, you're never wrong, cannot be wrong. For exactly the future, it's going to be, Apple's going to be exactly, Apple, if I knew, for example, Apple is going to be on Friday by that, and I know it's going to, then basically I would put the house on something, and then you're a billionaire in no time, multi-billionaire. Nobody knows, billionaires don't know, but what I do know is a strategy is the key. And my strategy is almost as good as a crystal ball, because you go take a look at what I say in these videos, like with the spine IWM, and it's exactly what I said. I mean, I talked about, no one said anything close to that. I see people posting stuff from plant, but nobody said key number levels, nothing. They just said that, the spike can go down or whatever, but no one says a reason or gives a support or nothing. They can't. They don't know. Because they're not thinking that way. I think in terms of statistical measurement planning. Always a plan. You never see me say it's going to go down. I say if it confirms. Notice I say confirms. I say if it confirms. Because it's just a statistical measurement of experience of seeing action. But nothing's 100%. I knew this with Apple. I just feel the statistical measurement that Apple could test 159. If we can't hold 160. But if I'm wrong, which I can be, then I would have to pay the power. That's it, right? No guessing, right? I'm not going to be like the high flyer, #high-flyer guy, and be short and keep adding, and never admit you're wrong, and still wrong to this day. Still says he's short. So that, you don't want to be like that type of person, people. And there are people like that. Even billionaires make mistakes like that. They can't admit they're wrong, and they keep building a big. You hear big managers losing all kinds of. No one talks about hundreds of millions of dollars to the bank. You know why? Because they can't admit they're wrong. Big traders, trust me. Yeah, but yeah, it depends on a lot of things. Well, I didn't say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 times when I think something's going to happen, like there's going to be a pullback, it's going to happen. But I don't know exactly how far it will pull back. Just that I estimate an area, and that's why I said 159.50 and 159 for Apple. And I did not guess. I posted statistical measurement numbers, so I was right on that. And did an Apple pull back? But if I'm wrong, it's going to cost me money because I have to pay more for the options. But I'm bullish Apple. I just knew that Apple might need some time to consolidate, right? But yeah, I mean, if you it depends how many trades you get into. But the percentage gains is, inception. I don't know. Now, hopefully, this is this is not a troll, right? Because some people ask these kind of questions, you don't know who they are. But the thing is this: it's not about it's about, listen. It doesn't matter how many. Listen, let's say I tell you I make 1,100% gains. What good is it for you if you don't make those gains? So this is what I tell you. You take the plans for yourself, and you're gonna see the truth. But it doesn't matter how much money. I just told you. Look, I made an example. Okay, I have the answer. You know, nobody. You know what? Anybody wants to argue? They cannot. They cannot, because when I tell you something, I'm gonna make you think about one thing. It does. Carl Icahn is a multi-billionaire. Did he help you make money in Apple? He said people it was a no-brainer, and yet he sold Apple way down at the $100 area. Was it what, 100 and whatever? Did he help you make? Did he help you make 100? Did he help you make money with his advice? No. He's a billionaire though. Why didn't he help you? Listen what I tell you. Anybody with a good plan that can make you, if they have a good plan, they can make you money. It doesn't matter how much money they make. Can you make money off of their way they teach you, their system, their plan? If you have a connection with what I do, then it's for you. But if you can't, if you're the guy who wants to be a scalper, then I can't help you because I'm not the scalper. Power Tricker Trade's talking about directional plans, right? You understand what I'm saying? Inception. And the amount of money you make, it depends on how hard you work, how many plans you take, how you handle those trades, where do you take profits. But what I do is make plans that show that if you take my plans, you have a chance to make this money. That's it. But if it connects to you, you see it. But I know from my facts, that's why I make that a lot of my confirmed plans do make money and do very well. But if you don't take them, well, it doesn't matter how much money I made or anybody makes. You didn't take them, so what good is it to you, that information? That's why all these people who market about how much money they made, what good is that to the person if they don't make the money? So remember, let me give you one tip. Whatever person or system you follow, can you make money doing it? And if you can, I've proven my system does make people money if they study. And I even tell you, plain all bloody, if you're not studying, if you're not following the trades, how are you going to get into the trade if you don't understand how to get into the trade? If you don't understand about options, if you don't understand about which options to get into. I tell everybody, I even go over in the Yahoo Finance, I show them, look at the options, this is the reason why, these are the best options to use. Nobody does that. No, they don't do that. They don't do it like that. Detailed plan. Like a blueprint, like when you're to build a house, right? You know what to do. Now, if it doesn't confirm, what do? Do you take the trade? No. You say, forget it. It's not confirming. On to the next one. Oh, this one's trading. Oh, Apple's confirming. Let's take it. Yeah, I know why. Apple confirmed right in the morning on Monday. Right away, boom. Well, I don't know. I mean, but JD, JD is signaling. If it can confirm, it can move. JD, it can still move, right? So you don't want to guess. That's why I tell you, bad apple. You want to you don't want to guess. If it doesn't confirm JD, just avoid it. Okay. I'm not telling you to get into JD. It's just a plan, right? If you don't like the plan, don't go into the plan. But if it confirms, I like the plan, I think you can go to those targets. Doesn't mean it will 100%. Right? You understand what I'm saying, people? Guessing, you're not going to hear me guess. Everything's statistical measurement. And that is what you need. You need a statistical measurement of getting into things for a reason. Not for any reason. I have a reason. Every plan, I give a reason. It must do this, it must do that, and it doesn't do that. To me, it's unclear. It's not that I'm not reading the market. The market is sometimes can be unclear. Yeah, you can still watch Nvidia. Nvidia is probably going to go higher. I just think that it's probably going to need a little bit of time. It's moved a lot. It could chop around, I think, and then make another plan and go and make another pattern and go higher. I think there's just safer stocks to get into. Nvidia is a little bit difficult to get into right now. It did make a good move. No, I don't have any thoughts on G-Pro right now. The only thoughts I have is on the current plans that I'm talking about right now. G Pro doesn't hasn't come. BA. BA's. BA could move to 260. It's hard. BA could keep going higher. But earnings are coming up, so keep that in mind. And I haven't just bothered with BA, but you know what? BA's done very well this year. It's a very good, strong stock. I mean, look where it is to this day, 260. Where I cannot tell you how many people guessing, oh, BA is going to go down, BA is going to go down, top chartists, and I burnt them all. They when I go to them, I go, oh, you said it was going to go down. They didn't say one word. And meanwhile, they thought that I was just being closed-minded. No, they're being closed-minded because they don't know what they're talking about. You nailed BA. Yeah, I know. You go check out my my created playlist. You'll see a lot of detailed BA plans, and to this day, BA is higher, smashing my past plans. CMC is full of those who are, of course, these CNBC guys have no skill. Like I said, let's see any of those CNBC guys try to make plans like me. I told you, I decimate a lot of people out there. I'll decimate them. They can't make plans like mine, nor would they and if they would, you would see, oh my God, that guy has no idea what he's doing. Anyways, ask yourself, has anybody made plans like PowerTarget trades? You go study my plans, you go study my created playlist, and honestly, it's gold over there. I'm telling you, people, you have no idea. Those are powerful. Those took me hours to make. But they are powerful proof. All those plans were detailed plans to make money, and they made the money like the plan said, and the posted confirmations there. It's powerful. No one has made anything. People talk about Express. That is more powerful than anything out there. There's nobody who's made anything like the created playlist. Nobody. And they will never do it. Even I won't be making anything like that in the future. It's too time consuming. But I did it to prove my point to my followers, or as a review for people to see, while I'm doing this here. Like I said, most people are not going to succeed in the market because nobody puts the time to study. Basically my plans are like roadmaps to making money. As soon as I make a plan, they have high probability on confirmation to make money. When they do not, we take small profits and move on. I don't fight the market, and anybody who does, that's a guy you don't want to follow, because you know what? They're going to make you lose money. Just like the high flyer guy who short a win from 106, 108, never want to confirm, and he said to me, wait for it. And he making fun of me, my stuff, and meanwhile he's wrong for months, on 4, 5, 6 months in a row now. You know what? You know how long yeah. Plans, it depends. Look at like Netflix. I'll tell you what, most of the best plans, sometimes they move so quickly, 2-3 days on confirmation. You want to take profits. A plan is valid for how long it's making profits for you. When it's not making you profits, oh well, you know what I mean? That's the answer. There's too many variables, Jason. Sometimes a plan, like for example, J&J was something you could hold for a few weeks, but that was a type of trade it was, J&J. There was a J&J plan I made that made 300% gains, and they were with yeah, that's who he is. That's right. High flyer stock bookie. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's the best guy to learn how to lose money with. The best guesser on the planet. I cannot believe the insanity of that person, man. That guy, to me, is insane. No matter what, he's never wrong, eh? Oh, he's never wrong. But fuck it. Holy shit, man. Anyways, never wrong. Listen. I mean, I'm wrong, but I mean, you nailed it on Google. Oh, I made a lot of Google plans and made money. Oh, Google out. Oh, fuck, I made a lot. People. I'm gonna go eat now. Boy, I can't believe I've been on this for 2 hours. People ask me a question, I talk, blah, 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 and it goes by like water. Wow. Blah, 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 blah. This was fun, though. But I got to do other things now. All right, people. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna try some other ones. Apple over and over, laugh aloud. I can't lie, man. You read the tape like a boss. That's right, people. You know what? You go look at my stream. You read the you see the facts for yourself. You know, I'm not I'm not perfect, but I'm more right than I'm wrong, and that's good. That's what you want. You know, I try my best. I mean, I'm trying to make money. I want my followers to make money. I mean, I go into my own plans. I put my money into my own plans. I don't post the plans for fun. I get excited when I post a plan. I say, right, I can make some money. Really, I'll be honest with you, people. That's how I look at all my plans. I get excited for them. When they confirm, I get excited though. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat because man, boy, this time goes by. All right, people. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like the video. Yeah, you hear a complaint to me. Don't forget to like the video. Yeah, the guy thinks that I have man, the guy could be nothing wrong about me. The stupid things he said to me, man, I can't believe it. But anyways, there's nut jobs out there. But I tell you, people, study the videos, study the created playlist. Don't forget to like the videos, people. Because you know what, that's good for the YouTube, and you help the YouTube likes it. So like the videos, do me the favor. I'm happy when you guys do that. Yeah, we're gonna do some nice things in the future. All right, people. We're gonna do another live stream probably on Saturday. Let's hope we make some money, and hopefully Netflix, Tesla should do good. Well, we'll see the action tomorrow. Because if it doesn't, then guess what? I lose money myself, right? So it's how it goes. But I'm confident that's not going to be the case. But it can happen, right? Don't eat too much. No, I don't eat too much. You see me, people. I'll tell you something. You see the pictures of me, right? 45 years old, and health is important, people. I work out. It's very important. It's about, you can be you can have all the money in the world, right? And if you don't have your health, you have nothing. And I keep telling that to people. Your health is important. So yeah, fitness is key. That definitely is. Something, that's another problem people don't do. They don't put their time and their time to their health. I've been working out for over 20 years straight. 20 years straight, year after year after year after year. I have my time off here and there, weeks here, 1 week here, 1 week there, but pretty consistent through since 18 years, over 20 years, I should say, actually over 20 years, because I never feel the age I'm at, but over 20 years consistently. And you know what? That's what a lot of people haven't done. There are people. If you go eat, can't work out. If you no, I don't eat. I don't work out now. You know what? I don't work out at this time. I don't go out when I eat. And then when you eat, you gotta wait 2 hours. I do something. I'm not gonna get into when I work out and stuff, but I wouldn't work out now. It's too late. 20 years here too. Yeah, working out, that's good. Yeah. But knowing how to work out too, right? Because there's another people don't even know how to work out properly. That's another problem. And how do I know that? Because just like trading is the same thing like working out. The health is another misunderstanding too. Too much of working out is no good for you either. Eating, you got to eat the right kind of foods, right? We need a lot of good of the right kind of foods, essential fats and everything like that. There's a balance, but that's another. You know what? I can go on and on about nutrition. I mean, Jesus Murphy, I could talk forever, people. My two passions in life is fitness and really, my true passion is fitness and we'll find out tomorrow. A P player, we'll find out. The only good news is Apple isn't going to just move up quickly either, so it'll give us opportunity to get back in. Keep it up. I work out at 6 a.m. to clear my head. Yeah, working out's important. And cardio is the best time to work out. Doing cardiovascular work in the morning is the best thing. I do that I don't eat anything, no, on empty stomach. Actually, I do intermittent fasting, but I'm not going to get into a lot of little different things I do. I do a lot of different things. A lot of tactics for health. It's all about the health. Without your health, you got nothing. You make money, so what? You don't have your health. You're you know. Look at Steve Jobs, right? He lots of money, but didn't take care of his health either, right? Didn't eat healthy. He ate what the hell is a fruit diet? You know what I mean, people? That's right, muscle. Muscle, you know what? Muscle keeps your metabolic rate. You don't have any. Now, you don't want to be too big either. See, too much muscle is not healthy either, right? These bodybuilders that are 280, 50 pounds, they're breathing in extended stomach and everything. That's not healthy. You want to be, you want to be lean and strong. And then too much, you know what? Being too fit is unhealthy too. You know, it's strenuous. You know, I could go on and on. There's so many studies. I look at a lot of statistical measurements, and the thing about health is that you need one of the things I can tell you, you need balance. That's the key, is balance. You know, how does a young guy know that? I was 20 years old, and I was thought totally different at 20 years old when I was working. I thought I was invincible at 20. When I got older, I realized the strategy, you need a good strategy to work out. And I started realizing around 33, man, I can't get away with what I was doing when I was 22. Goes on and on and on and on and on. You get sore because you don't work out regularly. You know, you always are sore. You get used to it. Lean and clean. That's right. Lean and clean. You don't want to be, you know, not too big, not too, you know, you got to have a, you know, I weigh about 185, 180 pounds. I could probably, you know, dial it down a little bit more, but that's a healthy weight right now. My muscle, lean, you know. All right, people, I'm going to go eat. So we talked about even about nutrition a little bit and health. That's important too. You know, that's worth its weight in gold. Right, I'm going, people. Going to go eat before I never stop talking. See you later, people.